1979, the National Midget Championship has been a showcase for emerging talent, a place where potential is noted and where a glimpse of the future may occur.
Now here's a 2-on-1 break. Thunder Bay caught on the chain. 48 shot. Stop.
This tournament has been a launching pad for over 150 NHL careers. Some of the NHL's greatest players received their first taste of stardom under this national spotlight. Now another chapter is about to be written as Brandon and CeCe Lamont meet for a national title, and perhaps the stars of today will move on to become the stars of tomorrow. From Kenora, Ontario, it is the 2004 National Midget Championship. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Kenora Recreation Center. I'm Darren DeTitchen, along with Stan Butler, the former head coach of Canada's national junior team, the current head coach and general manager of the Brampton Battalion of the Ontario Hockey League. Well, Stan, they've been running this tournament since 1979. It's formerly known as the Air Canada Cup, and a national championship will be decided today. We started out at the beginning of the week with 6 teams. We have pared it down to 2. The Quebec representative is CeCe Lamont. They have yet to lose in the tournament so far. Representing the West is the Brandon Wheat Kings. Now, in yesterday's semifinal, CeCe Lamont beat the host club as they knocked off Kenora Stars in what was a pretty tight semifinal game. In the other semifinal game, you had Brandon victorious over the Red Deer Optimist Chiefs, and hence we have our final today. When you take a look at the CeCe Lamont team, they really have a dynamic player in Francis Perret.
There's no doubt about that, Darren. He's a great player. He's highly skilled. He likes to come in very late on the play, and you got to be really aware of him on the back door in the power play. He's a very dangerous guy that doesn't need many opportunities to be a big part of the game.
I think it's safe to say, Stan, that this kid is an opportunist.
There's no doubt about that. Every chance he gets, he puts the puck in the net, and he's led this tournament by a country mile.
Well, they have a fantastic line. They are led by Riendo, Picard, and Perret. So far, that threesome for the Quebec team has combined for 30 points. Now, if you're going to get Quebec, and it's hard to pick fault with a team that has yet to lose in the tournament, but it is their D. If you pressure them, they are prone to turning it over like most clubs.
No, they got young defensemen, and when Kenora put a lot of pressure on them yesterday, they generated a lot of turnovers, and I think that's the key for Brandon today. They got to get the puck in deep, take the body, and play them very physical, but stay out of the box.
Now, as for the Brandon Wheat Kings, well, their tournament didn't start off that well. As a matter of fact, in their opening 2 games, they lost in overtime. They lost to Quebec in CeCe Lamont, and they also lost to Red Deer. We'll see if they're able to avenge that loss to Quebec today, but unlike having one solid line, the Brandon Wheat Kings, this is a hockey team that boasts a lot of depth. You can't key on one line.
We're really not a team that relies on one line to score goals. We feel that we got 3 lines that are capable of stepping up and scoring some goals when we need them to. So I think it's tough for the opposition teams to really focus on one line and shut them down when we've got 3 lines that are capable of scoring.
You know, while the Wheat Kings are the prototypical Western team, you know, they like to bang. They finish their checks. They do have depth, but we can't dismiss Tyler Detmer either. He is their leader.
No, Tyler Detmer, number 7, is a great 2-way player. He's a great offensive player, but the other thing, the key to him is he scored 2 short-handed goals, and that could be key today because he can generate some offense when they're killing a penalty. That'll be a great asset to the Brandon team.
Yeah, well, Perret has been the leading point getter in the tournament so far. Detmer was named the top forward in 39 games this season in the Manitoba AAA League. He had 83 points. We can't wait to get this one started.
The 2004 National Midget Championships on TSN are brought to you by Esso. At Esso, we're drivers too. By RBC Local Hockey Leaders, recognizing dedicated volunteers who support hockey in their communities. By Bauer Nike Hockey, accelerating the world's fastest athletes. And by Clean and Friendly Super 8. See you along the way.
And there is
Last big tax Armstrong. Quick barehanded grab. No bobble at all. And just connects with the line to get Winnick first base. Andre Agassi, that.
You'll be going for a Yurchenko half-on pike front.
Have been looked at Urlacher sitting next to Michael Vick. Not a bad 1-2 punch.
Randy Johnson builds toward the most major moment. It's
So powerful. Beautiful landing.
Mr. Urlacher.
last time it happened, Pete Weber, fountain goal.
World, say hello to bowling. On fire. The pitch on the way. Andre slices one left to the first start. Quick hands. Left, right. Thanks for coming. Good job, breakaway speed. What a great move for the big unit. And the Fenway Lance Armstrong. Can you believe it? This guy can do anything.
The 2004 National Midget Championships on TSN are brought to you by Molson Canadian. It's a Canadian game. By Chevrolet. Chevrolet, proud to support Canadian minor hockey. Visit us at gmcanada.com. By Steel, makers of the world's #1 selling chainsaw and full line of outdoor power equipment. And by the new Mercury Verado. Take charge.
Welcome back to the Kenora Recreation Center. This place is absolutely packed to the rafters. Today's starting goalies are brought to you by Chevrolet for all life pros. We begin with the visitors, and it's Tyler Plant and the Brandon Wheaties. Even though they're wearing the whites in 5 games, he's got a goals against average stand of 2.64, a .923 save percentage. For CC Lamont, it is Simon LeBlanc. In 4 games, he has a goals against average of 2.00 and a .933 save percentage. The referee is Andrew Brewer, and we are ready to go. And that's it. The 2004 Canadian National Midget Championship has begun. I still have a hard time saying that. I'm so used to saying the Air Canada Cup. So right away, Quebec starts with a big line. You'll see number 11, Perret. Brandon's going to counter. White dumps it into the corner. Here goes Langford for the Wheaties. He is their captain. He goes in banging. You will see this Brandon team, as I mentioned, off the top, finish their checks. Langford gets it to White behind the net. They're working along the boards. It comes to Perret. It gets dumped out into the neutral zone. Tried to hit Picard, number 10. He is Perret's center. Now, normally, and I should say this, Perret is not a big guy. Sometimes you'll see the smaller players played at the center ice position, but they've got him on the wing. 11 goals in 16. As I said, he is an opportunity. He may not be the most dynamic player on the ice at times, but boy, does he know how to finish.
There's no doubt about that. He's a great finisher, and you see that more and more now, Darren, that guys are playing their skilled guys on the wing.
Well, I tell you, we were treated to a hockey game yesterday between Red Deer and Brandon. I mean, it was an outstanding game. The Optimist Chiefs have a very good AAA program. They put guys like Darcy Tucker and Derek Morris as the puck is covered in front. That is one place you don't want to go, is to the front of the net. Brandon will protect their territory. There's Craig Anderson, the head coach of the Brandon team. And talk about pressure. I mean, this is his first year. He's already taken to the final. What are you going to do for me next?
Well, you know, that's a great start. Not only has he taken them to the final, they're the first team from Manitoba ever to be in the final, and the first team from Manitoba ever to going to win a medal.
And they will get a medal for sure. They are hoping not to settle for silver, but to win the gold. And this CC Lamont team is a very good team as well. Frechette with a weak shot. It rolls in on net. Plant makes the save right there. Ironic, you know, you got a goaltender named Plant. He's playing for the Western team. There you see the CC Lamont head coach. And Martin Russell, 3 years an assistant, 3 years as the head coach. We should tell you about, for those who are not familiar with the CC Lamont program, this is the 4th time in the last decade that they've made it to the national championship. Gerba, number 19 for Brandon. He'll dump the puck, just kind of throw it on net. Pretty tentative start for both teams as the save is made by LeBlanc. When you think of goaltenders, though, you do think of Quebec, and they got a good one in LeBlanc.
Oh, there's no doubt. Simon LeBlanc's a very good goalie, but Tyler Plant, the goaltender from Brandon's a great goalie, too, and he's a draft pick of the Brandon Wheat team.
And Kelly McCrimmon, by the way, the head coach, now the general manager of the Brandon Wheat Kings. He took over the coaching duties this year, late in the season as well, but his son is number 3, Mickey McCrimmon. There you see Perret down the wing. He's working on Mickey McCrimmon. He pokes it away, and McCrimmon with a little backhander into the corner for Turner, number 9. Tries to get it up the board. They battle down low for Shell with the puck. He'll just get it down deep into the net, behind the net for Perry out in front. Nice save. Taranto with a quick shot, but an even better save.
You know, Darren, what's interesting, you can see it's a nice little, you know, give and go out of the corner. He throws it out front. What's interesting right here with number 11, Perret, is that they've been playing him on 2 lines so far, so it'll be interesting to see if that continues throughout the game.
Benjamin Rowe, number 36, with the face-off for C.C. Lamont. Tried to get it to Dusty in front, number 96. Now Ken Mott, a number 4 for Brandon. He'll move it up. They'll pump it into the corner. Earl on the forecheck. There's Tyler Dittmer, number 7. We talked about him. Mott with a quick shot. No rebound. There's Tyler Dittmer, and it's funny. Red Deer's got, I was mentioning the Red Deer Optimist Chiefs, a real good AAA program. We know what their club can do in terms of the Red Deer Rebels of the Western Hockey League, and he happens to be the property of that team.
Well, he'll be a great player for Brent Snyder. He's a great two-way player. Brent loves those type of guys.
Yeah, 83 points in 39 games, which is saying something at the AAA level. He did lead the Manitoba League. Nice little attempt right there. The puck is picked off by Waters over to Earl. Up to Dittmer. He'll just dump it up into center ice. Lockerbie with it. Number 11 tried to dangle. He was going nowhere. Dusty with it. He'll go high off the glass, over the glass, as a matter of fact, into the stands. Now, you do have to be aware in this barn. It is an old rink, and the puck will fly over the glass, so the fans have to be familiar with it. And this is a rink that you're real familiar with, too.
Yeah, in 1999, we played 3 games here in the World Juniors, and it brings a lot of memories back. But the defensemen here have no play here because the glass is very low, so the forechecking team can really take advantage of that.
That was my game. White tries to pick it up, number 20 for Brandon. In comes Langford, the captain. Big hit right there. They turn over the puck as well. Langford tried to slide into the slot and get it, but White couldn't get the pass on. C.C. Lamont comes back the other way. Picard, number 10. Nice defensive play. That is one of the things that we witnessed yesterday in that semifinal matchup with Red Deer, is how well coached the Brandon Wheat Kings are. They really didn't make any mistakes yesterday.
No, here you can see here is the captain, Langford. He makes a great hit here, finishes his checks, and we said that earlier, Darren. That's one of the keys to the game, is for Brandon to get in on the forecheck and finish their checks, and there's a good example for you.
Brandon's going to dump the puck down the ice. Tyson called on the Wheat Kings.
Yeah, you know, it's getting back to the Brandon coaching staff. They're a very well-coached team, and what's interesting is Mark Johnson, the assistant coach, used to be Bob Lowe's assistant coach when they went to the Memorial Cup, and all 3 other guys on the bench have all been coached by him. So, you know, their mindset, the way they look at the game will be very similar.
Right. He's just to the left. That was him right there. He was just to the left of Craig Anderson. I was at the Memorial Cup with Brandon the last time that the Wheat Kings were in it. And he was a big part of that club. Here's an opportunity for Lamont. They push the puck to the front of the net. The wraparound. The Plante is there. He goes post to post, and he gets his leg out, and he covers it up.
There's no doubt the Brandon teams cannot give the Quebec team that much time in the zone. You see here, they give him lots of time, and that little tic-tac-toe, and the goalie Tyler Plante had to make a great save. But Brandon's really got to close the gap and not give the Quebec team much time in the offensive zone.
Yeah, face on to the left of Plante. Now they're going to drop it. 16:30 left to go here in the first period. A pretty tentative start for both teams.
Well, they're probably just filling each other out, and no one wants to make that first crucial mistake.
Mouse got into it. Number 10, kind of a neat story. His dad, as a matter of fact, played on the 1980 team from Brandon that made it all the way to the Air Canada Cup. As he used it for inspiration this year, he had his dad's jersey hanging in his bedroom the whole season long. Here's Gerbo with it. Number 19, backhander into the slot. That's turned away. Pinching up on the play was Mott. It's chipped by him. Out into the neutral zone. Mott will play it down deep. Out comes LeBlanc. He'll stop it for his D. Pasha leaves it behind the net, and it's turned over. Wheaty's got it. Throw it in front. Lausanne couldn't do anything with it. Back to the point. The shot just wide. The boards are live there. Behind the net, the puck will jump out in its place. It's a little bit of a square rink, Stan, but the puck does have to pop off the boards in the back.
Yeah, very similar to the Peterborough rink in the Ontario Hockey League. You get a lot of funny bounces coming out of the corner.
There goes Dittmer and Earl, both playing the body in that one. And it's dumped in for Perret. Number 2, Pope working on him. I mean, you got to have a Pope on a Sunday. Dittmer ties his man up down low. Pope working on his man as well. They tell him to play on. Comes around to Earl, number 15. His pass is picked up by Taranto, and immediately he gets crunched. Dittmer with it. Now just a little backhander up the center ice. Buys himself some time. Lockerbie, number 11, forechecking. As is Earl. Earl finishes his check. Perret's got it in the neutral zone. He'll dump it up to Frechette. Well, Markite's got it now. He gets it in deep. Then he gets wallpapered by Earl. And it's flipped up to Dittmer. Dittmer's on it. He drives to the net, but it's a routine save. LeBlanc is going to cover it up.
Yeah, here you can see the puck gets in deep, and Brandon does a good job in forecheck, and that's the key. If they got no play getting the puck over center, they got to get it in deep and set up the forecheck. With the low glass here, it's very, very tough for the D to make plays if they're in trouble, so we'll see if Brandon can continue to do that.
Deep in the C.C. Lamont zone. Now, C.C. Lamont has won one national championship at the midget level. It's the captain. Back to McCrimmon. Nice shot in front. White was providing the screen. He couldn't put it in. Now it's Clark. You know, if you play out west, you wear number 17 and your last name is Clark. Here it is. Clark in front. I mean, you have to wear 17. Now it's Clark again. Bodied off the puck. This is Brandon's game. They do like to cycle the puck. Clark behind the net. He works it down deep. Number 20, White with it. White now throws it on net. LeBlanc with a save. Kicks it into the corner. The captain, Langford's got it. He tries to throw it in front. Nice play by Adam. He is the captain. Jean-Sébastien Adam, number 5 for C.C. LeBlanc. A little bit of banging on the board. Clark gets pushed from behind as well. Shamchum, number 77. And he's just going to ice it. Brandon with some good pressure right there. We are scoreless so far. We've played 6 minutes and 17 seconds. You're in the first period here. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Right now, you can pick up a Steel FS38 trimmer for just $169.95 at a Steel dealer near you. Get real power. Steel. Built to last. Priced to sell. TSN HD, redefining the image of sport. TSN HD is proudly presented by JVC. JVC, the HD technology leader.
I work for Standard Life, and I have standards.
Standards about how I live. Standards about how I do my job. How I will listen.
How I will treat you, and how I will follow through.
So when you're dealing with Standard Life, whether it's for savings or insurance,
You know what's behind everything we say.
there's a standard.
I give you my word.
We give you our word.
Keeping our word is Standard. Standard Life. Investments and insurance for groups and individuals.
Kids don't always make the best choices. But at McDonald's, every choice is good. They can choose their favorite Happy Meal food and a drink like milk or juice. Try new apple slices with caramel dip.
Welcome back to the Kenora Recreation Center. The Brandon Wheat Kings going up against C.C. Lamont in this gold medal game of the Canadian National Midget Championship. Tyler Dittmer was waved out. Kalk came in, number 8, to try and win the draw. Here's Perret down the wing. Perret walks in. Nice save by Plot.
It's a great play there. Just a nice little quick pass, and we talked about that. He's a great opportunity.
Now Dittmer down the wing, the right side. Kalk's going to take it to the net. Kalk went to the net, but Dittmer just couldn't get the puck to him. In the neutral zone. Now it's Halliday. He's a physical kid. He threw some big checks yesterday against Red Deer. Into the corner, Halliday trying to work the puck down low. Picked up by number 41, Pascal Boutin. Yell is in there as well. Boutin. Yell battling for it along with Kalk.
As you can see here, I think it's going to come up here, but we're going to show the breakaway chance here. As you can see, just give him a chance, a quick touch pass there. He's in the clear, and Tyler Plante holds his ground and makes a great save. See it again here. The goalie's good square to the shooter. A nice save by Tyler Plant.
Well, Tyler Plant's really the reason why they got here. They were playing the Tisdale Trojans. Manitoba and Saskatchewan face off for the right. You get the chance. They did face off for the right to come here, and Plant made 56 saves in that game. Lozon with the puck. He lets the shot go. Plant's got it, but he doesn't really know where. They bang at the puck. Ostach comes in, clears his man.
You know, it's interesting here, Darren. You see this chance here coming up, but what's interesting right here is here it comes right now. Coming over. The Brandon defensemen are backing off the line, which is allowing the Quebec team to get speed over the blue line. And if they don't stop backing in and start closing their gaps, they're going to get in a lot of trouble here.
And you know what? It's kind of uncharacteristic for the club. At least yesterday against Red Deer, they really didn't do that a whole lot. You were commenting as we were watching the game. You said, this is a well-coached team. They're playing very well defensively.
Well, I think right now they're giving too much respect to the Quebec team, and although it's a great team, you still got to play your style of play, and that's what Brandon's got to get back to. Oh, too many men almost.
It was whistled offside as Lozon just brought it over.
Yeah, I think what happened here is the play by the bench here is the one player lost his stick, as you can see, and the guy throws the puck over there, and the guy's jumping on, and you know, the biggest thing there is, you know, guys have got to realize that when you're changing, you can't throw the puck near the bench, and that's something that at every level of hockey players are guilty of, and it's something as a coach you try to tell them not to do.
Mickey McCrimmon's going to throw it off the boards. It goes back to Yell. Yell's going to try and get it in deep. Boy, that was close. Dittmer was almost sprung on the play. He finishes his check on Dusty. Puck goes into the corner. Turner goes after it. Yell's in there for taking.
What's interesting here, Darren, is they're double shifting Perret already in the game. He's basically playing on two lines right now, which is interesting. I guess the coach feels with the TV timeouts that he can get him a little extra ice time, and he can make a big difference. And Martin Russell right now, he's going with him as much as he can.
Well, they are missing a player, too. Olivier Jambot, who was kicked out of the game yesterday, received a 5-minute major for hitting from behind in a game misconduct. But I don't think that has anything to do with Perret. They plan to use him and use him a lot. This is it. It's the last game. You might as well run him out of steam.
Yeah, there's no extra game to wait for. And the other thing, too, in midget hockey, you can only dress 19 players. So right off the bat, with another guy being out, they only have 10 forwards for today's game.
He's on Sebastian at Dan, dumps it in. And Plank covers that up.
Then we see Martin Russell there talking to assistant coach, and looks extremely calm right now. I mean, he's been here a couple of times before, and it's a big contrast to Craig Anderson, who's in his first time.
Now it's Mott with it. Ken Mott, number 4, tries to go off the glass. They punch it across the ice. Jean-Sebastien Edin, number 5, the captain. For C.C. Lamont, he gets it in. Little play in the neutral zone. Back to Waters. He goes D to D. Over to Mott. Mott's little bouncer off the board, just gets by Clark. He's property of the Brandon Kings. I mean, if ever there was a team that Kelly McCrimmon's going to have a handle on, it's his son. Langford's going to get it in deep. Now they're going to force him. Camsham into play. Up to Parenteau. Past him. Over to the point. Langford couldn't grab it. He was pressured by Lozon, number 15. Waters with it now. He's going to turn. Up to Clark. Clark will just slip it in, and here goes White on the forecheck. He hammers his man behind the net, and the puck's just chipped over the boards.
Here, just talking about Simon Marcotte here. He's a property of Shawinigan, number 38 on the Quebec team. Very skilled player and one of the key players of the hockey team.
Absolutely. Now, this Brandon team's kind of an interesting story. Last year, they actually thought that they had a better club, but they didn't make it this far. This year, they were finished to finish about 7th in their league. Here's Perret, dangerous again, takes it to the front of the net. Plot makes the save, and now we've got a penalty on the play.
It's a great second effort there by number 11, to generate the penalty, and once again, they're just giving him so much room. You see, he comes in here, they're backing in. He's got McCrimmon beat here, and he's going to take a hook. He slides it over to Picard, and Plant's got to make a great save there and smothers the puck.
Well, Perret is property of Shawinigan. He has been drafted by that team. As a matter of fact, Simon Marcotte, Francis Perret, both Shawinigan property. Guillaume Parenteau, number 27, J.S. Adam, both property of Moncton, 27 and 5, respectively. Earl with the puck. by him. He gets it out. And we'll see how the power play works for Quebec. It's been pretty effective so far. 12 of 41. Cruising along at a percentage of 29.3, which is very good.
There's not too many coaches around that wouldn't take that percentage.
No kidding. As for Brandon's penalty kill, it's been pretty solid as well. Running at about 79%. But here they come. It is Pasha with it. Number 2 takes it into the slot, lets the shot go. Plant makes the save. Riendo to Perret. Back to Pasha. Pasha lets the snapper go, and that's deflected. I will say this, though. You know what? Perret's already shown more hop in this game than he did in yesterday's semifinal. That's what his coach, Martin Russell, said. He goes, if ever there was a big game player, this kid is it. He goes, the bigger the game, the better he gets.
You know, he was the MVP player in the round robin, and the coach tells us he's their top player, and so far today he's proven the coach right.
Mike Van with it. Seems like we always end up with a West Quebec final, too. We'll talk about that. A minute left to go on a power play for C.C. Lamont. Back to the point. Down low. They throw it in front. They tried to get it to Hugo Martin, number 86. Bounced over his stick. Adam with it. He will go cross ice to Bro. 19 Brewer. Over to Picard. Picard back into the slot. Burrow throws it into the middle for Martin, but he's tied up. Nice defensive play. Pope couldn't get it out, though. And now it's dumped down the length of the ice. 26 seconds left to go in the C.C. Lamont power play. Now, these two teams, as I mentioned, they had a great meeting in the round robin. It was the opening game for both. They went into overtime. Here's Dittmer. Starting to dangle down the wing. Brings it in front. Tried to chip it up and in. Goes off Russell, and he hangs on to it.
Good play there by Tyler Dittmer. You know, he took the puck to the outside, and that's what the Brandon team's got to do. And you can see right here, he takes the puck to the outside, beats the D, cuts in here, great move, and flips the puck to the net there, and I think it got stuck under the goalie's armpit.
Now, Brandon has been to 3 national championships. This is the 3rd. They actually played host to it in 1994. The first time they went to the national championship of the Air Canada Cup was in 1980. And this is the 3rd appearance. Like I said, they were projected to finish about 7th in their league. They just got better and better and better. Here's Mickey McCrimmon. He'll dump it in. So much for the first power play. It goes by the wayside for C.C. Lamont. Brandon with a nice job to kill it off. Now it's Marcotte. Marcotte with a wrister. Just a little high and a little wide. Perret's on it. Perret back to the point to Sam Chamo. Almost turned over right there. Almost a big break. Halliday almost had his way. Now Perret jumps on it. Quick little backhander, just misses. You can see why this kid had 11 goals in 6 games. Dittmer goes across the ice to count. He lets the shot go. Russell gets a piece of that. Now they're starting to open it up a little bit more. Perret puts it on net. Big rebound by Plant. Now Pope off the boards, up for White, number 20. He'll dump it in deep. You can tell the tempo. Langford into White. He loses the puck, and here comes C.C. Lamont. Now they're starting to open it up. Lazan with it. Tries to go back into the middle. He's going to let the shot go, and Plant gets a piece of that. Nice glove save. Now they're starting to play a little bit of hockey. It's scoreless here in the first.
Why don't I drink American beer? Why don't I buy a Moroccan snowmobile? Why don't I eat a Japanese hot dog? Why don't I wear Italian hip waders? Or Jamaican snowshoes? So, why don't I drink American beer? Because I am Canadian. Unleash the British warrior. Immortality! Take it! It's yours! For sure! The loser will burn before nightfall. Now you know who you're fighting. Send no one else! Boy,
game season, too.
Starts Friday, May 14th.
What's really important in building something better? For RBC, it's you, our client. Good things happen when our strength works for you. Remember the first time you experienced the freedom of accessing your money outside bank hours? Today, specialists in mortgages, investments, and insurance come to you. But it doesn't matter how often we're first, unless it puts you first. RBC Financial Group. First. For you.
Welcome back to the 2004 National Championship. We are scoreless with 7:09 left to go in the first.
ESSO rewards youngsters across Canada with most dedicated, most sportsmanlike, and most improved player medals, and reinforces team commitment with certificates of achievement for each member. ESSO, premier sponsor of Hockey Canada.
Now, there's no shortage of talent on either of these two teams. Benjamin Brawl, who's number 36, Yannick Riendo, who's number 66, and Pascal Boutin, who's number 41 for CC Le Mans, all projected to be first-round picks this year in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Dumped off the board. We've seen a little more pace in the last couple of seconds, Coach.
Yeah, I think what's happening now is that kids are getting a lot more relaxed, and you're seeing more of the level of play that they're capable of.
You saw a pretty dynamic player. I mean, Perret has looked real good so far. How was that not a high stick, or he missed it entirely? I guess so. Over to McCrimmon. They'll go back D to D. A little giveaway into Brandon Jones. They dump it back in. There's Benjamin Brawl, number 36 on the puck. McCrimmon down there. He's working on Brawl. No, White's up. A good start. Hugo Martin, nice shot. White's been pretty effective as a forechecker so far for Brandon. They chip it out to Clark. He's going to dump it in. And there goes a down to Fled. And White's all over him. All over him like White on, you know. White continues to do the work along the boards. Nice job by him. He's a big kid. White goes back to the point. They fakes the shot over to Mott. He'll flip it front backhander. Oh, that just missed. Langford almost had one there. And Quebec will dump it. Delayed penalty on the play going up against CC Le Mans. They touch the puck. And now Brandon's get a chance to go on the power play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good for Brandon here to get this opportunity. But the interesting thing now, Brandon on their forecheck is they're bringing their third forward down low, almost right into the corner as well. And I think why they're doing that is the Quebec team is really overplaying the one side of the ice, and that's a good adjustment made by Craig Anderson and the staff already.
Yeah, Ryan Chamchum, he's going to go to the box for two. And we'll see what the Wheaties can do on a power play. They said they're having one of these years, you know? Like I said, the expectation level last year was higher for Brandon, and wouldn't you know it, they make it to the national championship and they're in the gold medal game.
You know, sometimes, Darren, it's better to come in the year with not high expectations, and when they happen, everybody's happy.
Number 18, Ostash with the puck. He'll ring it around the boards. Malcup, number 10, to pick it up. Tries to slide in the slot, turns out to be a giveaway, and it's chipped out. Now Malcutt's got it. He'll dump it in. Ring it around the boards. But like you said, that short glass, it gets another one. Now, this building is not that big. Like, when you get on the ice surface itself, it's pretty compact. I couldn't imagine. You were saying that the game that you had in here, too, was unbelievable against the Russians.
Yeah, one of the most physical games that I've ever seen.
Now, this was an exhibition game.
Yeah, it was a pre-tournament game or pre-competition game, but boy, neither team played that way.
There's Couch dumping it in. Buck 24, and as quick as it goes in, it goes back out the other way. Down to Planck. He'll put it behind the net. Mickey McCrimmon. Over to White, up the middle to Dittmer. Dittmer's going to gain the zone. Lazan working on him. Dittmer behind the net with the puck. To White. Back to Couch. Couch's going to let it go. Nice save. That's on LeBlanc. Picks it into the corner. Makes it look smooth. McCrimmon. He keeps it in. Clark loses it. And it's dumped out. By the way, Wendell Clark did play in the Air Canada Cup when it was known as that. He was with the Notre Dame Hounds. There's so many guys. I mean, 150 guys have played here and gone on to the National Hockey League. That works out over a 25-year span to be about six a season, 6 a tournament. Now it's Dittmer to Mott. Back to Couch. He lets it go. Tried to get Langford. He couldn't tip it on the way in. Yell, number 79. Omar Pasha, number 2. Nice work. You do have to be sharp. Boy.
Well, yeah, you can see here, what's interesting, what Brandon's doing very well on the power play here is they're getting their players to walk to the middle. We call it an umbrella or an over. And you can see it again. He's right at the top of the blue line there, and he's getting into the middle. And they're really getting into the umbrella power play, and that's a very smart play on their behalf.
Yell with it. He gets out muscled. Here's a chance for Brandon. Oh, that was so close to going to number 10. Malchuk in front. But a nice defensive play. 6 seconds left to go in the Brandon power play. That's pretty much going to do it for them. They'll be 5 aside now. Turner with it. To Gerba, number 19. Gerba trying to go wide. Omar Pasha on him. Pasha plays him in. Frechette, number 12 behind him now. Dittmer with it. Nice play to Turner. He lets it go. Back to Turner on the point. Look out for Perret. Did you see Perret behind him? Oh, a save, and there's a little bit of a scramble. Nice save there. But you can see Perret in behind the D. We're scoreless so far. There's 3:29 left to go.
Okay, quiet on the set, please. Now I want to see some real French passion here. Music, bicycle, and Angus. Okay, cut.
Not only can you take photos with Fido, you can make movies and even send them from around the world.
Okay, perfect. Let's move to London.
Another innovation from Fido.
Hey, I thought you had a lot of cleaning to do this weekend.
I did.
You did? You mean you're done?
Yeah. With my Simonized S1500 pressure washer from Canadian Tire, it was real easy.
You did everything?
Well, it was perfect for the deck. That stain on the driveway. Oh, and all the windows.
Well, so you still have to do the car.
No, with my rotary brush and underbody wash, it looks pretty good. I even had time left over to do the eavesdrop.
Well, what about the siding?
I haven't shown you my deck and siding brush.
No. Well, I guess it does just about everything, except lower your handicap.
True, but it did give me the afternoon off to take Bobby golfing. The Simonized S1500 pressure washer, only $229.99. Or for more power, get the S1750, only $279.99.
Have fun.
You too. Things just seem to get a little easier when you start at Canadian Tire.
Oh, you can't beat the fishing around here. Beautiful Lake of the Woods. Canora's right on it. We would have taken some of the crew members fishing, but they would have got a hook stuck in themselves. George, our statistician, he got his foot caught in the bench. You know the benches that flip up and flip down?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Our director, Paul Hemming's got his leg caught in there, too.
Unbelievable.
It's like looking after kids.
Little kids.
3:24 left to go in the gold medal game here. Brandon and Cece Lamar, and they're going to drop the puck again. Here you see a shot of Mickey McCrimmon. As I mentioned, it's Kelly's son. Brad McCrimmon's his dad, or his uncle, I should say.
Real good skilled defenseman for this level. He moved the puck well. He was second highest defenseman scorer in the tournament, and he succeeded the power play.
Now it's Lozon with the puck down the right wing for C.C. Lamont. Lozon takes it into the slot, but he backed up again. He walked right down Main Street.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. You know, the Brandon team right now is giving them way too much respect, and the gap control is not good. And we see it again. They're giving them the line. It was 2-on-2 coming over the line. They backed off, and once again, there was almost a scoring chance. And the D's got to know, anytime it's an even rush, you got to stay up.
So what's the difference between today's game and yesterday's game? Because it doesn't look like they're that much faster than Red Deer, but they did a much better job yesterday.
Probably respect right now. They're a little concerned about the speed of the Quebec forwards.
There goes White on the puck again. He's been pretty ferocious on the forecheck so far. Langford in there as well. Back to Brock Turner, number 9. There goes D to D to Mickey McCrimmon, up to the middle, over to White, into Clark. He'll tip it into the corner. Jean-Sebastien Dam on it. Langford was all over him. There's White again. He'll turn it over. Langford digging for the puck. C.C. Lamar get it out and come the other way. Here's Francis Perret. Francis Perret lets the shot go. Nice save by Klein.
You know what's interesting here too, Darren, is you know, on the blue line and in the Quebec end, the Brandon D are backing off every time. They're not pinching. And what happens is it makes the gaps really tough. You can see Nicky McCrimmon there backing in a bit because of the speed of Paret, and thank God for Tyler Plante. He's played great first period.
Picard with the puck. Tries to get it down low to Dusty. Nuevo. I don't know, they went into the slot, an interesting play, and they just punched it right back into the corner to Dusty. Dusty to Nuevo, number 90. But Malchuk's got it off the boards. Protect, keeps it in. Nice job by him. Malchuk with no muscle for the puck. Picard with it now. Beats his man. Mott's back into the play. Picard gets it down low. Dusty. Well, they set it up. He just missed. He just slammed on it. That was a real nice play by C.C. Lamont. Now Brandon comes the other way. Pumped into the corner. Malchuk. Back to the point. McCrimmon, he'll just try to chip it down low, but his pass is picked off.
You know, what's interesting there, Darren, is the Quebec goalie doesn't come out and handle the puck very often, so they can take a real advantage of that Brandon on the hard rim.
There's a turnover. Hugo Martin jumps on it. Lauzon with McCrimmon. Connor Dittmer up the board. Ostash over Skater. We got a buck 19 left to go here in the first period. McCrimmon. Now he'll slow it down, but he just gave it away. Oh, Hugo Martin with a great chance. It almost hopped off right onto his stick. Had a bit of a tough angle there, but Plante makes the play. We are into the last minute of play here in the first period. Brandon's going to have to tighten up defensively if they want to win the gold medal.
No doubt about that, Darren. The other interesting thing is Tyler Plante straight with the stick, and he took away his scoring chance by using it.
Oh, Count tried to go outside in and almost did. 41 seconds left. Paret tips it into the middle, gives it away. Here's Halliday. Halliday with the wrister over the net. Francis Paret throws it to the middle. Nice job by Hugo Martin. Mott fires it in. 22 seconds left to go. Dittmer on the puck. Benjamin Brielle right there showing some wheels. Into the slot. Oh, nice play, and an even better save by Simon LeBlanc. And here comes C.C. Lamont, Benjamin Bro. He'll just let the shot go. Picard was dumped by Halliday. And Brandon brings it back. Time expires in the first period. Well, Coach, you know what? Some sloppy play in both ends, but I thought both the big game players, both Dittmer and Paret, were the two best players for their respective teams. They're close to it.
Oh, there's no doubt, Darren. They're both great on the ice, and I think with them and Tyler Plante, they were the three key guys on the ice, and I'm sure the game will heat up as we go on here.
Well, they both had their chances, but it is scoreless so far after 20 minutes of play here in the gold medal game. We'll be back in a moment.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Midas. Trust the Midas touch.
Hey everybody, Corey Warren back here in the Sports Center newsroom. We're getting ready for the early edition immediately following hockey. In the meantime, we got complete highlights from Game 2 between the Canadiens and Lightning today. First period, 1-0 Tampa. Habs cannot clear the zone. Freddie Modine untouched in the crease, banging in the rebound. That's his fourth. 2-0 at that point. It's now 2-1 midway through the second. The Maple Leafs will be without Joe Nieuwendyk for Game 2 against the Flyers tonight. Max Sundin has an undisclosed lower body injury. He is a game-time decision. At the World Hockey Championship, Canada tied Austria 2-2 after trailing 2-0 for most of the games. France is next up for Canada Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. right here on TSN. And the NHL playoffs return. It is the NHL on TSN Monday night. The Sharks and Avalanche Game 3 in high definition. It all begins at 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific. We'll get you back to more Midget hockey right away.
Finally, a travel rewards program you can get excited about. Introducing Trip Rewards. Earn points every time you stay at any Super 8. Nearly 2,100 motels along the way. And the rewards? You're going to love the amazing selection. Sign up now at super8.com. fun to get more.
Introducing the new Chevrolet Aveo. Official car of Cuba. Introducing the new Chevrolet Aveo. The official car of springtime.
These are our laboratories. These are our subjects. Adidas Active for men. Anti-perspirant with sweat-activated smart technology. The harder you sweat, the harder it works. Adidas Active. Athletes get it.
Also available, Adidas Active Anti-Perspirant for women.
We're here at Ross Shepherd High School in Edmonton, Alberta to honor a very special student. I'm proud to announce that Jessica Moe. Wendy's is proud to recognize Jessica Moe for her outstanding achievements in academics, athletic ability, and commitment to community service.
I hope that inspires other students to get involved and to do their part.
She's an amazing student and one of a kind.
Congratulations, Jessica, on winning a Wendy's Classic Achiever Scholarship Award.
You like simple better than complicated. You like quick better than slow. So use SpeedPass to pay at Esso. It's fast. There's no fumbling with cash or cards. And it links to a credit card account you already have. To get your free SpeedPass, call us toll-free or visit speedpass.ca. You'll like how easy it is to get where you need to be. How do we know? We're drivers too.
Welcome back. That is where it all begins with the little guys on the ice. We're at the Kenora Recreation Center. This is the gold medal game of the Canadian National Midget Championship here in 2004. And we are joined now by Benjamin Burrell. Benjamin, give us your thoughts on the first period of play.
Well, it was a really hard period. Listen, we were all nervous, I think, and there's a lot of noise here, and it's a really important game for us.
Is it hard to keep your emotions in check?
Obviously.
I know.
It's a really important game, and we all want to win it, so...
Well, explain how your regular season went. You guys were the second-rated team in Quebec. You end up winning your championship. You end up coming here. So far, it's been perfect. You guys haven't lost a single game yet. You must be pleased with your play thus far.
Oh, yeah, obviously. We have a really good team this year, and everything went pretty well for us. And listen, there's one game going on right now, and we just got to win this one also.
Now, what's your game plan going in against such stiff opposition in Brandon?
Obviously, putting a lot of pressure on them and expecting some errors and doing the intense 60 minutes.
Question here, what's the key parts of the game for you guys to be successful in the next two periods?
Obviously, forechecking, intense forecheck, and put the puck on the net, and we need some goals to win.
Benjamin, have you thought about the draft and where you're going to go?
Well, I've been hearing a lot of stuff in the dressing rooms and in my family and all that, but it's not something that bothers me right now, and I'm just focusing on my game right now.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Benjamin. Hey, we really appreciate it, and good luck in the second and the third period. You guys have had an outstanding tournament so far.
Thank you, Darren.
Thank you. So there you see it, Benjamin Burrell, one of just the young, nice kids. We're staying in the same hotel as these individuals, and we've been hanging out with them for the last couple of days, and both teams very deserving of the gold medal. Now, when you think of the Stanley Cup, you think of the Montreal Canadiens and their dynasty team. You think of the Edmonton Oilers and their 5 Stanley Cups in 7 years, perhaps the New York Islanders, perhaps even the New Jersey Devils, who are the defending Stanley Cup champs. You really don't think of Kenora, Ontario, but in 1907, believe it or not, this town were the Stanley Cup champions. The Kenora Thistles, they went all the way.
In the early 1900s, the city of Kenora didn't yet exist. The area was known as Rat Portage, Ontario, and it was home to some great hockey teams. The Rat Portage Thistles challenged the mighty Ottawa Silver Seven for the Stanley Cup in 1903 and 1905, falling short each time. In 1907, the newly named Kenora Thistles met the defending Stanley Cup champion Montreal Wanderers in a 2-game total goal series.
the East always considered themselves better than the so-called Western team. Kenora was viewed as a Western team, so they would play against Winnipeg and teams like that. So when this little town from northern Ontario shows up, they thought it would be a no competition game.
Stocked with a team that included a young Art Ross, who would lead the attack from the defense, Kenora was prepared for a different outcome than their previous two attempts to win the Stanley Cup. At halftime of the first game, the score was tied at 2. Kenora star Tom Phillips, who had scored his team's first 2 goals, added 2 more in the second half as the visitors from Kenora skated off with a 4-2 upset victory.
The media at the time thought Montreal would walk all over them. And it was much of a surprise to the readers, the writers, the fans involved that Kenora came out on top.
The East was always considered themselves, at least, to be the best players, have the best players in the country. And for a Western team to think that they could win was shocking as it was.
Game 2 was a physical game, with Montreal taking 55 minutes and penalties. Kenora didn't mind the physical play and took advantage of their chances to win the game 8-6 and capture the Stanley Cup.
If you look back now and you look at the roster that Kenora had with the honored members that were on that team, I mean, how could any team compete with guys like Art Ross and Tommy Phillips and Billy Gimsley? To have half the team honored members, it's pretty amazing. I mean, whether you could match it to a team of today, but certainly as the upsets go, it's got to be up there as one of the great Stanley Cup stories of all time.
With a population of 4,000 in 1907, Kenora became the smallest town to capture the Stanley Cup. While the NHL is long removed from Kenora, the city has its name on hockey's most important trophy, a claim that many current teams can only dream about.
Well, there's no Stanley Cup on the line, but there certainly is a national championship. We will be back with more from Kenora in just a few moments.
Right now, it's savings time at a steel dealer near you. Get real power. Steel. Built to last, price to sell.
Why don't I drink American beer? Why don't I buy a Moroccan snowmobile? Why don't I eat a Japanese hot dog? Why don't I wear Italian hip waders? Or Jamaican snowshoes? So, why don't I drink American beer? Because.
There's something new at the top of the food chain. The world's first supercharged four-stroke outboard, and the only power system of its kind anywhere. The revolutionary Mercury Verado. From whole shot to top end, it delivers unmatched power and acceleration, all in the quietest outboard ever built. See why all other outboards are history. Mercury Verado. Take some.
We're here at Sacred Heart School in Halifax, Nova Scotia to honor a very special student.
Whitney Bell.
Wendy's is proud to recognize Whitney Bell for her outstanding achievements in academics, athletic ability, and commitment to community service.
The past few years, I've been a co-director of fundraising on the Student Ambassador Council. Whitney, there's no question, we are incredibly proud of you today.
Congratulations, Whitney, on winning a Wendy's Classic Achiever Scholarship Award.
Round 2, Game 3. The San Jose Sharks battle the Colorado Avalanche. The Sharks lead the series 2-0. The Stanley Cup playoffs continue tomorrow on TSN.
Oh, it's a perfect day for a hockey game and a championship. It's nice outside here in Kenora, and it's pretty warm inside the recreation center as well. And it's pretty hot on the ice in the first period as well for these two respective teams. I mean, they're young men, they're kids, they're playing for something that they've worked for, not only this season, but the last few seasons as well, Stan, and it was kind of evident in their play. But we did see some good goaltending, even though there were turnovers on both sides.
Yeah, both goalies played extremely well. As we can see here, Tyler Blanc, great save here, and Francis Paris and he did this all day. You know, he stands up, he's square to the shooter again, comes out, challenges, good angle, makes a great save again.
Yeah, you can understand why Perret has led the tournament with 11 goals so far. I mean, he really was fantastic. He was much better in that first period than he had been in the semifinal. Meanwhile, at the other end, Simon LeBlanc has also been equal to the task.
Yeah, he's a great goalie. He comes, you know, from Quebec always develops great goalies. He's square to the shooters. The only thing he doesn't do is give up many rebounds, which is important at this level.
Yeah, they'd love to put that paddle down. It's like they all play the same sort of style, and both goaltenders effective so far in the hockey game. By the way, in case you're wondering, Connor Plant, you've heard that name before, Plant. Well, his father is Cam Plant, who did have a cup of coffee in the National Hockey League. He played for a long time professionally. He did spend some time with the Toronto Maple Leafs as well. Okay, if you're the head coach of Brandon right now, what do you tell your team?
You say that it's a good, he played a very good first period. It's a nothing game. You need to get the puck in a little bit deeper to set up their forecheck, and their D's got to stand up better, and which will allow them to slow the Quebec forwards down in the neutral zone.
All right, and I'm sure the Quebec coach had a few words for his hockey club as well. We're through 20 here. We're going to get you set for the second period. You're watching the 2004 National Midget Championship.
Hey, get those brakes I asked for? Nope. I got you something better. What? Monroe brakes from Canadian Tire. Monroe brakes? Yeah, they're new. I just had them installed in my car. And the technician at Canadian Tire told me they're designed to work with my original braking system. They even have a stainless steel shim that helps reduce brake squiff. That all sounds good. What about the warranty? They're guaranteed for 60,000 kilometers or 3 years.
You tell me these brake pads work with my original brake system, have a noise reduction feature, and if I install them myself, they're guaranteed for 60,000 clicks.
They come with all the parts you need to install them, too. Right now, getting Monroe brake pads for any vehicle costs $54.99. Things just seem to get a little easier when you start at Canadian Tire.
Could you give me a hand?
Well, I'm no professional, but read me those instructions.
Thanks.
You gelling?
No telling how much I'm gelling.
You gelling? You know I'm gelling. Hey, Ellen, you gelling?
I'm gelling. You want some melon?
Nah, but hey, I'm like mud gelling. I'm so gelling.
Nice.
Are you gelling yet? Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles are making the softest gel ever created. If you and your shoes don't feel outrageously comfortable, you get your money back. Guaranteed.
I'm gelling. You're not gelling. You're so not gelling.
Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl.
Hi. This kid's potato sack doesn't look regulation to me.
Excuse me?
Well, it's got a wider base, and that's totally unfair to my kid, right? I want to launch a protest. Well, look, it's 2 inches higher, and look at those hand grips. It's not regulation.
Regulation?
Look, you know what else? I want a urine sample from this kid. He looks a little beefy for a 5-year-old. You're going down, buddy.
Split folding seats make it practical. German engineered, Epsilon architecture makes it responsive. The 5th door makes it convenient. And sliding and reclining rear seats make it incredibly comfortable. Introducing the Chevrolet Malibu Max, the first 5-door sedan that's certain to make sense to everyone.
Bell Expressview, Canada's leading direct-to-home satellite company. TSN, Canada's sports leader. The people of Hockey Canada's most popular sports website, tsn.ca, now take you to the next level. Get all the latest scores, standings, and news from around the sports world right on your TV. TSN Extra, interactive sports television. Access channel 275 on Bell Expressview.